I had a bit of bad luck when I was young. My father passed away quite young, and I was 15 years old. 3 weeks later, I was homeless, and yeah, and it was a really tough time. But in that moment, I couldn't get a job because you need an address and you need a national insurance card in England, so you can't get a job. And I tried to get a job, but I couldn't get a job, so I was forced to become an entrepreneur. Not something that even crossed my mind, not something that I was ever taught at school. And I basically, it sounds very glamorous becoming an entrepreneur, but literally I had no money to eat, and I walked past a big house that had a messy garden. And I thought, why does someone with a nice big house have a messy garden? Maybe they don't have time to take care of it. So I knocked on the door and said, hi, my name's Simon, I've got a gardening company, and I'd like to take care of your garden. and they said, sure, how much? And I just picked a number, £200 a month. And they said, sure, when can you start? And I said, next week. And that was it. I got my first client, no brochure, no website, never sold anything to anyone before, never started a business, and suddenly I had a client. And I knocked on 110 doors that day, I remember it, managed to get 11 people to say yes to me being their gardener, and even ended up borrowing the equipment from the people who were my customers to actually do the gardening work, and a gardening company was born from my mind to reality. Everybody is capable of being an entrepreneur. It's been made out to be this magical thing. It's actually not. It is a muscle in your brain like anything. You don't use it, you lose it. There is a process, and the first step really is people just need to go out there and do what they love. You know, often that turns into a business if you do it right. Just be passionate about something. But I think for me, it was a question of, like, a lot of people want something. So if I asked your viewers, put up your hand right now if you want to be successful, most people will put up their hand, right? But there's a difference between want and need. The actual thing you need to do is need it. And needing it is a mindset process. So I needed it, because if I didn't make this business work, I was going to starve and live out in the streets for the rest of my life. So I needed it.
So you needing to do this then led you, what, into lots of different types of businesses?
Yeah, my mind kind of exploded with just how amazing this concept of taking an idea in your head and making it real was possible. The chairs we're sitting on was in someone's head and they made them real. This studio was in someone's head and they made it real. It's the same. If you want to make money, if you want to be successful, all it really is taking that idea in your head and making it real. And the first step is to not overthink it and just do it.
Because you're now providing free advice and help, aren't you, to help support people?
It's called helpback.com, and the whole idea is basically, I'm only one person, I can only help so many people, but I try every day to help at least one stranger. I've got 2.3 million followers on social media. I ask my followers every single day to do one kind thing for a stranger. We can change the world if we do that. If everyone does one kind thing for a stranger today, those 2.3 million people that get helped will also go on to do one kind thing. So I just help people because I can. If I can, I will. Why not?